like gold, like I don't know, humongous green stones like this big, like proper royal things. Cool? Now, next row. To tell you one story.
Yeah, you got it?
Când mă chinui să știi câte shawarma mănânc ca să păstresc? Dar nu-mi iese aici, că încerc și eu, dar nu-mi iese.
Талис, дамасская женщина, рубины, серебро. Редкое разнообразие, пистолет, половинный кинжал. И пистолет, который украшен кораллами, но вот это оружие из Индии, предназначено для жертв приношения. Красный кинжал. Все в пацане. Используется для церемонии. Сверху оружие, это турецкое. Оружие турецкое, персидское. Индия.
Suntem de la un pic și mai în spate. Păi asta zic, dacă ajungi, poate te aduci un pic aminte că ești acolo. So guys, over here we're stopping because, well, one cool sword, one cool story. You see the sword on top? It's cool for the materials that they use to make the sheath. So the sheath is the thing you put the sword into, right? So everything yellow over there is gold, every single piece of stone is actually turquoise stone. Let's play this guessing game in 5 seconds. Whose skin do you think they used to make the sheath? It's not human. Someone disappointed. Save it for the next castle, huh? So, come on. No. It's a fish. Huh? Come on. Fishy. No. Come on, guys. No, they weren't that cool. I cannot kill two of them. Really? No one said shark? Really, guys? Come on. So that thing is actually shark skin that was later on painted green. So I guess they killed the meg, and the only piece that they could actually use was like taken up, because I guess it was like, or maybe they found Nemo. But the coolest thing here, and this is story-wise, you see the sword over here, the one with the dragon, the end. You'll see later on why. It belonged to the king of Hungary in like the 1600s. Well, the dragon you can keep in mind, but the story, it doesn't have anything to do with them. Officially, one of the kings received it as a present. What's cool is that the king of Hungary, he had a relative. Her name was Elizabeth. She lived in England, and she was known to have her own cult, and she believed that if you drink blood and bathe in blood, you would live forever. Well, how old do you think she was when she died?
40.
Nope.
100.
Nah, would be nice. No, she was actually 64 when she died. Still a lot, but not that much. So that's why it's cool. So if this is the best example, like if ever it should have been someone, the influence for Bram Stoker's Dracula, for the actual Dracula legend, it should have been her, not Vlad. Right? Everyone is taking the grandpa's name and making a fun of it and all that. So what do you think this room is?
Study.
Okay, cheater. It's not funny when you're cheating, huh? So yeah, this is the study, this is the office. Yeah. So then again, even though it says a study, well, this would be actually the royal office. Well, here I have two stories. One, over there we have Carol the First. Over there on this side we have Elizabeth, his wife. The small kid, unfortunately for Romanian history, she dies when she's like 4 or 5 of scarlet fever. Apparently nowadays it's a curable disease. Back then, not so much. But what that guy ends up doing is he adopts his nephew. So he adopts the son of his brother, Ferdinand, who becomes Ferdinand the First, the second king of Romania. That's a mouthful. That's actually okay. So I'm gonna go that way a little bit, so everyone actually gets to go in, right? So actually, none of, let's say, none of today's existing Romanian royalty is a descendant of that guy and that lady. They're descendants of. Fără problemă. They're actually descendants of Ferdinand and Mary, the second king and queen of Romania. And when it comes to gossip and cheating, plenty of it. But that's kind of for the second floor of the castle, because that's like it's bedrooms. Because, yep, cheating was involved a lot. They did plan a lot into they did put a lot of planning into this place. Because, like now we're seeing the whole place kind of like wagon style, like on a train. But you can actually go, let's say, go from the other room, which is the waiting room, all the way to the main hallway, right? So you can go like most important rooms. You can go like this, but you can close them, shut them, and actually make your way in from the main area. Cool. Again, if you want to admire something, fake fireplace. Unfortunately, this room is not big enough for all of us. But I can manage. You can manage with like gather around, and we'll manage. Because here, well, obviously this is the library. This is what Google used to look like for everyone that's over 30. This is before Google had every single book ever existed. Everyone having to write a paper on stuff. You'd get stuck in a thing like this called a library. But this is the King's Library. The reason why you don't see so many books is because many of them were actually old first editions, so they took them to the National Library for safekeeping. These would be the ones that I think they were like able to spare. The king actually spoke 4 languages: German, because it was his mother tongue, he had to, and then French and English, I'm guessing because he liked to. But all these books should be in each one of these languages. Not the same book, but because he was a king, because he was lazy, because he was lazy, he asked his designers, engineers, architects, all of them, to build him a secret staircase all the way to his bedroom and to the second floor of the castle. Can you guys spot the door leading to that staircase? No. It's not that one. She's right. That one over there. If you look closely, it's like, well, the biggest hint should have been like the white piece of paper saying "Do not touch." I know it sounds like a joke, but it's actually true. It's like you're gonna visit a lot of places, right? From now on. Look at that. Whenever someone's gonna use the word secret, it's gonna be that. But aside from that, 4 rows of books into the 3 fake books, columns missing, all of that. There's a button, you press it, somewhere kind of underneath over there where the ornaments are. You press it, please don't. It unlocks it, you push it, go to the staircase, going to the first floor of the castle, all the way to the second one. I'm gonna try and show you later on the first floor where it's where the other secret door is. the same level of concealment went into that. Now we're done with the serious part of the castle. We're on to the fun side.
What am I going to point to?
Oh. So guys, 4 more rooms, and then it's gonna get a lot less busy.
Imagine to live there, we can grow it, so it's a pleasure.
So guys, over here, officially this would be the music hall or the music room. Unofficially, we can easily call this the Queen's room. For what simple reason? You've seen movies, you've seen Game of Thrones, you've seen anything that has to do with any type of royalty. Apparently, kind of applies to some extent even nowadays. Men and women don't like spending too much time together. For some reason, you like listening to us talking about, I don't know, politics, cars, and all of that. I don't know. Still a mystery why. Well, it's not a mystery at all, but... So guys, let's let them pass. Please. So guys, Queen's room for one simple reason. Because everyone is facing me. This would be the room where actually the Queen and her friends and the artists would end up in. Imagine a fancy dinner, right? Dancing would be involved, eating, dancing, then they'll split. Ladies would end up over here, where the artists, you name them, composers, painters, all of that, they'll be hired to perform here and entertain. The men would actually end up in the last room over there, which I call it the drinking and planning room. And you see why drinking and planning, and smoking. So, Queen's room over here, like I said, this is where the ladies would end up in. This is where painters would actually be hired to paint her friends. And that's the purpose of the room. We'll have the harp, still the original one that was brought from Milan, and the piano from Germany. Remember earlier on when in the first place we actually stopped inside the castle about the whole winter thing? Let's let them pass. About the whole winter thing and they not liking winter and everything. See these paintings over here? Officially, spring, summer, and autumn. None of the rest represent winter. None of them. Well, now here you can see 2 things clearly. Kind of, if you haven't seen it already, kind of the level of detail that I put into all of it. Because imagine these 2 doors, they say they're made out of brass, they weigh roughly 200 kilos each, and they are hand carved. Plus, you get to see how the heating system actually works. Well, not the whole process, obviously, but then, kind of keep in mind, people.
Subito queste 2 quadri sono dipinti dagli artisti che dipingono con la bocca e dei piedi senza mano.
So guys, over here, well, Officially, this place is called the Florentine Room, or mainly that reason, because that copy of a masterpiece, the actual masterpiece, is in Florence in the chapel of the famous Medici family. Right? Everyone playing Assassin's Creed, everyone being there, everyone doing that. Definitely heard of the Medici family, right? Everyone ever Googled Leonardo da Vinci and who his main protector was. There you go. The famous Medici family, the famous Medici family. So that's the original one. That's why let's call it the Florentine room. I call this room the most expensive room in the castle, the vault, money room, cha-ching, everything that has to do with money. Because if you never Google Carrara marble or Murano crystal, well, I'm sure someone at the bank with the credit card is going to be happy or unhappy. They're really, really expensive. So imagine that every single piece of crystal, like the two chandeliers, the mirror, the ornaments around that, they come from Murano. Small island near Venice, insanely expensive. Every single piece of marble from now on that we're going to see actually comes from Italy. It's Carrara marble, again, expensive. Every single annoying piece of ornament that's golden, well, golden. And to top it all off, you see the two cupboards? They're not regular wood painted black. It's actual ebony wood that's black from Mother Nature. Rare, expensive, and on top of that, everything golden over there is actually gold. Everything kind of looks diamond-y, sapphire-y. All of those are actually diamonds, sapphires, rubies, I don't know, you name them. Because I don't know too many precious stones, but apparently there's like a lot of them in there. So that's why this here would be the fourth. Aside from that, see the two thrones? They never used them. They're just for decoration because they needed to put something on the wall. Because the royal family, all of them, they actually look from Bucharest. Make sense? So that's why. Let's see now. Well, I think they're kind of done. Let's let them pass. We can do someone else. Those guys. And let's go over there. So they have two rooms: dining room and drinking room. So guys, over here, well, while they finish so we don't like have to shout. This room over here, this is the dining room. Take pictures and also take a mental picture because I'll be kind of by the mirror. So after you take the pictures and the mental picture, I'll tell you a story about the king, his patience, and that room. Dining room first. Well, like okay, drinking room. But drinking room also take a mental picture. There's a story about the marble. So guys. So guys. You've seen the room, right? If not, you're gonna see it soon because we're gonna go to the drinking room. Just so everyone gets to see the room, take a picture, and the mental picture, and I'll tell you everything here. Cool? Everyone who's seen it, everyone around here, everyone who's passing, let's let it pass. So, dining room has a story here. The king, he was insanely impatient. They said that if you were granted an audience, you would have somewhere between 2 and 5 minutes to say whatever the heck you needed to say. He'll actually kick you out afterwards. But not kick you out, like physically, he'll lose interest and be like, you know, it's like, clean your up. Okay, fine. That idea. That impatience applied to his eating habits. There's stories from artists that were invited here, sat at that table, because you've seen it's a long table, right? 16 left, 16 right. The king, the queen, and the most important, they will be at the far end. And they will go VIP, well, no VIP, no IP. The no IP would usually be the artist. There's stories in writing from those guys saying that by the time they would actually have all of the food on their plate and get ready to actually eat, or just maybe they'll at best have a bite or two, the king would be like, I'm done, let's carry on with our evening. So I'm sure, this is not in writing, but I'm sure from the bottom of my heart that they knew someone in the kitchen. They went there, ate afterwards or before, and then just went to paint, sing, whatever they did. So I'm sure. Now that's it with the whole thing is there. It's actually just dining room. There's no cooking involved. Cooking would be like say -1. Here still ground floor. -1. They'll actually bring it out to the elevator. There's a room behind that room. They will display it a little bit, and then they will actually bring it. Look, the last room I'm going to show you here is actually that one. So it's actually that one. Officially, the influence for that is the south of Spain. That's why it looks so Arabic. There's another Turkish room over there. But here, only one cool thing. There's everything else. Yeah, Arabic. You've seen it, movies, all of that. But what you haven't seen is the marble thing in the back. Right? That marble thing in the back doubles as a waterfall. There's a small river nearby. They can actually take water from that river. They could. I'm not sure if this still works. They could take water from that river running through there, and it's basically early 1900s, late 1800s version of spying cancellation. Because it is said that it will make enough noise that the servants, who I'm guessing won't be allowed after these curtains, they won't hear what they would actually be speaking about. Because imagine, I don't know. Imagine Churchill, Stalin, Roosevelt, right? There's the most famous people everyone has heard of, right? Having a cigar here, having a drink, glass of whiskey, glass of scotch, doesn't matter, glass of vodka, glass of rakia, everyone bringing their own thing. You wouldn't want anyone to hear what you're talking about, right? You're planning the fate of the world or Europe or whatever. So that's what it is. Now, let's do the following thing, because everyone is here. Guys, meeting time at the bus. Let's make it, well, 12:05. The idea is you're gonna be up there by 12, by 12:05 we'll be gone. Cool, this goes for everyone. Okay? Now, carry on, see the other room. It's the Turkish room, it looks, well, more Turkish, more with the pillows and all of that area. And afterwards, you're gonna go through those doors, and that's where we'll actually split the group in two. Cool. Ground floor, first floor, they're gonna go straight to the other mirror. Ground floor, you're done. Have coffee. I showed you where the restaurants are. Coffee places. Yep. Perfect. Don't forget 12:05. That away, up there.